What's up, y'all? Man, my heart is just full right now. And God put it on my heart super heavy this morning. It's just like, I keep hearing him say, testify, boy, testify. They need to hear it. They need to hear the truth. Like, let them know. So, this is where I'm at. Look, I got my same hoodie on from yesterday. I got drool from my son. This is how I'm living, man. I'm out here. I dropped Aiden off at school. And I always come back this way so I can see these big houses on this lake for inspiration. I used to come here a lot when I was like 18, and I always was like visualizing myself living here. And I ain't know how I was gonna get here. I just knew I was gonna get here, you know? But anyway, I just told y'all the story about my son Journee. So now I have to tell you about my daughter Journee. Whoa, how do I start this? All right, so my wife and I met my wife when I was like 18, and I knew she was gonna be my wife, but I was in the streets. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was in the streets heavy. I was out there. I lost a lot of friends to gun violence. I ain't gonna say it like I lost a lot of friends just naturally. Nah, I lost a lot of friends to gun violence. I've been shot at. Gratefully, I never got hit. My life has not been the most easy road, you know. So, fast forward to 2020. I'm a full-blown alcoholic, drug addict, all of this, right? And I end up with my wife after so long. I was in a super bad relationship previously, and she ended up pregnant, right? I didn't think I could have kids, because I'm telling you, I was I was out there, man. And she told me she was pregnant, and then all the chaos started. That's how I ain't gonna lie to you, that's how it unfolded. My life started getting real, like things started happening to me, and I'm like, dang, bro, I don't know how to shake this stuff. So one day I got loaded, bro. Like, I'm talking about, I was so drunk. I don't even know how I drove. I don't know how I ended up where I ended up at. I just was like, I was out of there. To be honest with you, I was ready I was ready to die. I hate to say it like that, but that's the facts, bro. I was ready to give up. And I came home, and my mom came to my house. She had my key, and she just walked in the door. I'm like, who the hell is walking in my house? And this was like May 1st, 2020. I'll never forget it. My mom walked in the door, and she kind of was telling me, like, I don't want to see you die like this. And I'm like, man, Mom, I've been begging y'all to help me for so long. Like, I've been begging for help. I was crying out for help, and nobody could hear me. And I was like, dang, it's all falling on deaf ears. But I was crying. I was so hurt, and I was so tired that I couldn't stop the tears from coming. And she saw that I was for real. Like, I ain't care what was gonna happen next. She knew that. She was like, dang, I gotta do something to save my son. So she went to go get my grandma and my auntie. Mind you, I'm hungover. I'm so blasted. Like, I can't even really get out the bed. And then I hear the door open again. And I see this light. This light at the front of my door is so bright. I'm telling you, like, the sun is not like that blinding, bro. The sun ain't even shining this bright, I promise you. This light was so intense and so bright, I couldn't look at it. But all I could see was my grandma walk out of the light. That's when I knew. I said, oh, this is different. This is different. It's time. Like, this is God letting me know. So they talked to me and told me they loved me. It was an intervention in real life. They was telling me they loved me and all of that. And I went back to bed. But when I went back to bed, I knew I was never going to be the same again. My wife wasn't talking to me because I was, like I said, I was in the streets, man. I was down bad. I ain't gonna hold you. even though I can maintain a job and keep myself up, make it seem like I'm all right, I was not by any means okay, you know? So I get sober, man. I decided I was never gonna drink again. And for 6 months, not even the 6-month part, right? The first 3 days, it was just me and God, bro. Nobody talked to me, nobody called me. Like, I was not getting out of the bed for 3 days, and I was just literally writhing in pain. I was hurting so bad. My body ached so bad. It was insane. I had this sweat that smelled horrible. Like, dude, I can't make this up. I feel like I was dying then. I'm like, dang, dude, I'm trying to quit and I'm still about to go. But after the 3 days, I was like, all right, it's time to get up, man. It's time to go back to work and take care of myself. So I begged my wife to take me back, because I'm like, I can't have my first child out here in the world and I ain't a part of it. So my wife ended up having mold in her apartment and she was getting real sick. Like, this pregnancy, I'm telling you, man, both of my kids' births have been super intense. Like, so fast forward 6 months later, it's time to have Journee. I never had a kid before. This is COVID, you know. Nobody could come back there with me. Nobody got my back. It's just me and my girlfriend at the time, because she wasn't my wife yet. And man, all these complications is happening. She's coming fast like Papa was coming. And I'm like, dude, I ain't never experienced nothing like this before. So things start slowing down. They gave my wife some medicine to get her better, to let her like calm down a little bit. And it was time to push. Journee came out. She was blue. She wasn't breathing. I'm like, man. First of all, my wife was biting me. She was scratching me. She was like in pain so severe, even with epidural. Like, it was intense. So my baby came out, blue, umbilical cord around her neck, and that's when I heard the voice. He said, "Don't you trust me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she started crying, and I was like, man, yo, couldn't be nobody but God, man. Only God could step in and save my little black butt the way he did, man. And yeah, I just made it back to the crib. But I'm just grateful, man. My kids mean the world to me, man. My wife mean the world to me. And yeah, man, when you got something to live for, it don't matter what you did or what you used to do. You know, you get up, you know, you lean on the only person you can lean on, the only thing you can lean on, the only thing I could call on in the moments where it was the most intense was God. Like, no human being, I promise you, no human being was even talking to me. No human being was associating themselves. I was separated from everybody. And man, God just he showed up. And he always show up for me, man. When I pray, things happen. So that was just my little spiel for today. I'm about to get my day started. I just wanted to tell y'all how good God is, man. And whatever you're going through, trust me, believe me, he got a way to get you out of it. I love y'all, man. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what God asked me to do. I hope this can help somebody, man. God bless y'all.